Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe, we are going to be making peach cobbler cupcakes. Y'all, so simple, very beginner friendly. I don't recall which one of my subscribers asked for this recipe, but baby, here you go, okay? Get into the drippage. Y'all, when I tell y'all these cupcakes are everything that you did not know you needed, and it's so simple. So as promised, we are going to get into today's recipe.
Okay, I'm ready for you.
So in a saucepan, I am going to add in my peaches. These peaches are in syrup. I did use one regular can and one no sugar added can. So next I'm going to add in my vanilla, my nutmeg, cinnamon, brown sugar, granulated sugar, and our unsalted butter. Don't forget, I always leave all ingredients and measurements down in the description box below. So if I do not list them throughout the video, do not panic. Also gonna add in some cornstarch. So y'all, I know it looked like a lot, but I don't want the juice to this cobbler very runny. I need it very thick so that it does not make our cupcakes soggy. So trust me when I say it's the perfect amount. So today we're going to use Betty Crocker's vanilla cake mix, and I have to point out, guys, we are following the instructions on the back of the box to a T. So in my mixing bowl, we're going to add in our cake mix, followed by all 3 of our eggs, large eggs. Then we're going to add in our oil and our water. So with my handy dandy whisk, we are going to use all of our elbow grease, and we are going to get all of this well incorporated. So now we got to dress up this cupcake mix. So I'm taking our peach cobbler, just the sauce to it. And I forgot to film when that was done to show you guys what that looked like. But as you can see, the sauce to it was very thick. It was not runny at all. So you're going to add just a few dollops into your cake batter just to give it some more of that good peach cobbler flavor. And as you can see, our mix looks very beautiful, and you can also see small chunks of peaches inside of your cake batter. So here I have jumbo cupcake liners in my cupcake pan. Honestly, this recipe could make 24 cupcakes, but I did not have a use for 24 cupcakes, so I didn't bake 24. But if you are feeding a large crowd, please feel free. So using my ice cream scooper, it makes scooping the batter a lot easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill the liners about halfway up. Please do not overfill at this point because we're going to be layering these cupcakes. So start off with half or just about half of your cupcake liners filled before moving to the next step. So I have filled all of my cupcake liners halfway. So now I'm going to add a peach and some more of our sauce from our peach cobbler into the center of each cupcake, so that when anybody bites into the cupcake, that's all you like. With every bite, you get that full kind of peach cobbler flavor. So don't be alarmed. All the peaches won't be whole, especially if you kind of stir as roughly as I do. So just get a nice scoop of peaches, and then along with some of that good sauce, and make sure that it's centered in the middle of your cupcakes. So now I'm going to go back with our cupcake batter and just put about a spoonful on top to cover our peaches and our filling completely because the look that I'm going for, I don't want the peach at the bottom, nor do I want the peach at the top. So I want it to kind of be a surprise element when you bite into the cupcake of you getting like a real cobbler. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to put it in the oven on 350 for about 15 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Just like so. And look how beautiful. Look at the brown sugar and stuff that then came to the top. It looks amazing. So we're going to let these cupcakes kind of hang out, cool down. And while doing that, we're going to get started on our frosting. So today I am making American buttercream. I'm going to leave the full recipe down in the description box below for 24 cupcakes, but I wasn't making as much, so I didn't need as much. So please don't follow what I am doing on screen. Follow what is down in the description box below. So our butter is unsalted and softened. And then I also saved a little bit more of our peach cobbler syrup, and I'm going to add that in it just so that flavor really comes throughout the whole cupcake. Now don't go too crazy because you don't want to change the texture and consistency of your icing. So I added about 1/4 cup to my butter first and let that kind of, hang out and get well acquainted, and then I added in my sugar. So when making your icing, you want to make sure that you're adding your sugar a little bit at a time, not pouring it all at once. So I did about half the first round, and then I'll do half again. And look at the color on that icing. Yum. So this is where people start to panic. When making icing, this is totally normal. It's starting to look a little doughy. Just keep it going. And then I'm also going to scrape down the tops of my paddle attachment. And then I also added just a little bit of heavy cream. And as you can see, just with a little bit more mixing, my icing came to life. It is nice and silky, nice and creamy, and perfect for our cupcakes. And look at that little piece of peach hanging out there. Yes, just what we need for our peach cobbler cupcake. So now, before I started icing, I just had to be greedy and take a bite. And y'all, does this cupcake not look like a scoop of peach cobbler? Like, who you know? Drops mic. We did it. Look at that. So imagine biting into, oh yes, please. Let's move forward. So I put our icing in a piping bag with my favorite tip, that 1M. And then we are going to pipe. So my style of icing, I always like icing high, especially when I'm placing something on top, so that kind of design does not get lost in whatever you're going to garnish with. So this is just my method. You can ice your cupcakes how you see fit, but I prefer a higher style of icing. So now that my cupcakes are frosted, we are going to garnish them with none other than peaches. Yes, so the same peaches that you have in your pot, and I apologize again for not getting footage of that, of how it looked done. So y'all, this is an epic fail. So the original plan was to just, strategically place a nice piece of peach on top of the frosting, baby. It was an avalanche. Look, boom. Fell right off of it. So we had to revisit, and I had to test out my plan. It worked. So yeah, we sprung that into action. So boom. Toothpicks, right? You're going to insert your toothpick into the peach, and then stick the toothpick down in your frosting. And that just gives it the stability that it needs to stay upright. Yeah, because other than that, child, these peaches was sliding all down the cupcakes. Okay, so I topped every one, and I made sure to kind of pushed the toothpick down so that it wasn't visible in my final presentation. And don't be concerned with like the drippage from the peach, because we actually want that. We want a little drippage. And matter of fact, we're gonna add a little bit more. So I've added it, and I'm just gonna take not much, just a little, and kind of spoon it so that it's kind of dripping down. And yeah, guys, this, ooh, if this is not like summertime fun. And how quick and simple was this recipe, but look at everything that it's given. So we're gonna add all of that drippage to all of our cupcakes, and then we're done. I promised y'all that this would be quick and simple and easy, but so fulfilling. Like, yes. If you guys make this recipe, please leave in the description box below how, not description box, in the comment section, how this turned out for you, because this was everything. Thank you to my subscriber who asked to make this. I'm not sure what your name is, but you know who you are. This is just for you. And thank you guys for tuning into another video. Again, we are lit all summer with the vibes. If you want to add peach Crown Royal to this, feel free. Peach Ciroc to this, feel free. White Hennessy to your cobbler mixture, feel free to take these to the next level. Okay, if you want a video on that, please drop that down in the comment section. But yeah, that is it for today. Thank you guys again for staying tuned, supporting. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.